Hi, Oxford Paranormal, and the date today is the 6th of November 2014. And I'm actually going to a client, hey, surprise, surprise, and I'm wearing very relaxed clothing today, different kind of client again, so, you know, you do have to kind of fit in with these things, it makes a difference. A subject, I'm always thinking of things just keep coming to me, hence I keep producing these videos, and you know, while it's interesting to keep putting, if you like, investigation work up on YouTube and people can view it and I mean, you know, it's interesting, but I try to maybe put one of those a week on now if I can, if I have the time. But I think it's actually more interesting to actually talk about maybe the methods, maybe the way that we do things with talking to spirits and paranormal investigations. And one of the things that came to me today is, you know, and I tried to maybe talk about things that I haven't heard other people talking about. I mean, you can probably hear, I don't know whether you can hear some music here in the background. I'll turn it up a bit. Okay, music. Now, music, I believe, comes into, you know, it does come into people's lives. I don't think I've ever really come across anybody who doesn't like music. And that got me thinking that I'm going to do an experiment, okay? And I don't know whether anyone has ever tried this before. I've seen people when they're doing their paranormal investigations, etc., and their sessions, they use lights, you know. I've seen sort of multiple coloured lights and all sorts of things like lasers and that kind of thing. And I thought music is a big trigger. I mean, it involves people emotionally. You know, it doesn't really matter what kind of music people like. You know, the genres of music are quite vast. I listen to music that relaxes me, and sometimes I listen to music that excites me, and sometimes I listen to music to meditate, and, you know, or to get me into a certain mood, or to calm me down if I've had a particularly stressful day, or something stressful has actually happened. And I just thought, you know, music, I mean, I wonder, do spirits hear music? I guess they do. And the reason why I say this is because there's a lot of activity in my house and my office and stuff, such like, you know, things are happening all the time. But you know, and it's just part of life. You know, they just want to know that you're there, that they're there, and, you know, I talk to them, you know, sort of almost as if I'm talking to a human in the same room. But I've sometimes played certain pieces of music. I know that the spirits don't like what I call my sports music, you know, the music with a fast beat, quite loud, very repetitive, and, you know, sometimes and I've learned sometimes when I play that music, and especially if I like to play it loud, you know, it really, they disappear. They won't come around, you know. The spirits just, like, they sort of move out, or maybe certain spirits, I don't know whether they all move out, but, you know, and then I feel afterwards it's like the house has been cleared, you know. It's quite interesting. It is quite interesting, and then, you know, obviously the music stops, and it's a few hours later, I can kind of sense that they're coming back in again. So, you know. But I do find it interesting. So I'm going to do an experiment. Okay, I've got a vast range of music and this kind of music is isochronic, so it's kind of opens up pathways in your brain, beta alpha waves, etc., that can make you, or can help you to do things like relax, to accept knowledge, to remember things better, to help you to focus on things, for instance, like student studying and things like that. I mean, if you've got to work on something that's really big project, I will actually listen to relaxing music. I used to do my own tax returns and stuff like that before, and I actually had two CDs of classical music that I used to play that got me into the right frame of mind to do my accounts. Now I fish that out to someone else, but it works, it helps. And I just thought, I'm going to do an experiment with playing some music while I'm doing before and during, maybe I'm actually doing a session. Now, I don't know whether anyone else has ever attempted to do this or has thought about this. I mean, just because someone's passed on, I kind of get the impression from my own experience that they still like or dislike music. Why are we not using this as a trigger, as an invitation? I'm gonna do a session anyway about that, and I'm going to ask the questions. Going back to a video I did before about maybe collating some different kind of questions. I think now is where I want to be, and I want to try and document it. This is what this whole YouTube thing for me is kind of about now, whereas I haven't had that for sort of 20 odd years. I haven't really been able to document this, there's kind of no way. It's a shame that I don't have all the work that I did before, I think it would be pretty useless now anyway. I don't even have the player anymore, so that I kind of got rid of the tapes, and, it was reel-to-reel tapes, so quite amazing stuff. But anyway, that's another thought, that an idea that I've had. We call it a trigger or an invitation, an attachment to a session. Well, for me, I might even try it today and see if it does work if I've got time. Okay, leave your comments. Welcome your thoughts on this as well. And I shall speak to you again in another video.